You think you're civilized. You wake up, brush your teeth, go to work, answer emails, scroll through your feed, pretend to be fine. You wear the uniform. You nod at your boss. You hold your tongue in arguments. You play nice. But beneath all that polish, you're an animal. You're not tired because you're lazy. You're tired because you're caged. You're not depressed because something's wrong with you. You're depressed because you were born for fire and you're stuck in fluorescent lights. You were designed for movement, conquest, power, presence. But they gave you a cubicle and a paycheck and said, be good. You ever wonder why you get angry for no reason? Why you feel jealous, hungry for something you can't name, competitive even when it doesn't matter? Why you imagine more, but don't move? It's because your inner animal is starving. Every man was born with one, the lion, the wolf, the jaguar, the falcon, but school tamed it, society sedated it, and now you walk around like a tamed dog, instead of the beast you were meant to be. Look around. You think this is civilization? You think cities, boardrooms, soccer stadiums, shopping malls mean the jungle is gone? Wrong. The jungle never left. It just put on a tie and learned how to use Wi-Fi. We are still animals, still competing, still hunting, still mating, still establishing dominance. Only now it's behind fake smiles, filtered photos, and corporate hierarchy. You don't fight with claws. You fight with followers. You don't hunt with teeth. You hunt with timing, tactics, and leverage. You don't roar out loud. You roar through your presence, your results, your ability to walk into a room and shift the atmosphere without saying a word. Every workplace is a pack. There are alphas, respected, feared, untouchable. Betas, obedient, reliable, silent. And hyenas, loud, chaotic, backstabbing opportunists who rise not through honor but manipulation. In school, the pecking order was survival. The strongest, funniest, best-looking, most feared, they ruled. Nothing changed. Now it's Instagram, income, influence, physique. The rules stayed. The game just moved online. In love, it's a mating hierarchy. Women are drawn to strength, power, presence, not because they're shallow, but because biology doesn't lie. Men compete, posture, and signal worth, not because they're insecure, but because survival favors the desirable. Every scroll, every swipe, every glance in public is a silent signal. Who is worthy of me? This is not toxic. This is nature. This is not evil. This is instinct. The jungle was never destroyed. It was digitized. And if you don't learn to embrace your inner animal, you're not kind. You're prey. You don't need a jungle to be an animal. You just need a world where competition exists, and that's everywhere. Business, relationships, school, politics, even your family. Everyone's trying to survive. Everyone's trying to rise, and whether they know it or not, they're operating from an ancient instinct that was passed down before we had language. It's not random. It's not coincidence. It's biology playing itself out through modern masks. Some of you are lions, born to lead, born to protect. You don't chase, you draw everything to you. Your strength is not in noise, it's in presence. You walk slowly, you speak calmly, but when you act, everyone feels it. And because you're at the top, you're always being watched, admired, hated, challenged. A lion doesn't just rule, a lion defends. And most people want to be a lion, but they don't want the burden that comes with the throne. Some of you are wolves, strategic, loyal, dangerous in packs. You thrive on mission. You work best when there's trust, when the goal is clear, when the team is aligned. You're not loud, but when the leader rises, so do you. You build, you endure. But when betrayed, you bite hard. Others are jaguars. You don't talk much. You don't move in packs. You're surgical, quiet, calculating. You don't want the throne. You want power on your terms. You disappear into the shadows only to reappear when it's time to strike. people don't know how to read you. That's your advantage. You don't intimidate with size, you kill with precision. Then there are the hyenas, loud, jealous, desperate to be seen. They don't build, they steal. They don't lead, they manipulate. They gang up, swarm, spread rumors, mock what they can't become. But in the end, they always need the chaos to survive. Without it, they starve. The hyena energy is everywhere, online, at school, at work. And if you don't know how to spot it, you'll find yourself surrounded and drained before you realize you're being hunted. Some people are gazelles, beautiful, graceful, fast, but always on edge. They don't want to fight. They want peace. But the world doesn't always offer peace. So they either evolve or they stay prey. There's nothing wrong with them. But they are often casualties in a world that doesn't slow down for the gentle. And let's not forget the snakes. The ones who smile in your face, then poison your path behind closed doors. Cold, calculated, often brilliant, but dangerous in silence. Not every enemy roars. Some slither in with charm. Now listen carefully. This is not about shaming or glorifying. This is about understanding. Because until you know what animal you are and what animals surround you, you're just reacting to instincts without any control. But the moment you see it clearly, the moment you recognize that's a lion, that's a snake, that's a hyena, and I'm a jaguar, that's the moment you stop being a pawn. That's when you start to move with dominance, not confusion. From the day you were born, they started the taming process. Sit down, be quiet, don't talk back, keep your hands to yourself. Share even when you don't want to. Be nice, even when it's fake. Don't be too much. Don't be too loud. Don't fight, don't stand out. Don't win too hard. You'll make others feel small. They called it education. But it was programming. Not for freedom, for obedience. Not for power, for predictability. Because real power is dangerous to systems built on control. So, the boy who roared was diagnosed. The girl who questioned too much was silenced. The one who moved with fire was called aggressive. The one who chose solitude was labeled antisocial. They didn't care what your animal was. They just wanted it gone, and if they couldn't erase it, they shamed it. They told the lion he was toxic. They told the jaguar he was cold. They told the wolf he was too intense. They told the falcon to clip his wings and stay grounded. Because heaven forbid, you remember what you really are. So now we have a generation of sedated beasts, men who have fire in their soul, but no idea how to use it. Women who crave strength, but are surrounded by men who've forgotten how to roar. Leaders who've lost their spine, creators who've lost their voice, fighters who've traded their claws for comfort. But here's the truth they tried to bury. The animal never died. It just went silent. It's still there. In your anger, in your hunger, in your competitive streak, in your desire to dominate something, your craft, your life, your world. It's there in the urge to move, to scream, to become something more, and they know it. That's why they feed you sedatives, TikTok loops, porn, processed food, reality shows, endless fear, comfort, 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 because if you ever wake up, if you ever let the beast stretch its limbs again, you won't just change your life, you'll threaten the system itself. This isn't just self-help, this is a rescue mission. You're not here to be tame, you're here to remember your nature and run like you were always meant to. If you've made it this far, you already know. You were never average, you were never meant to just exist. You were born with teeth, with instincts, with a calling that doesn't make sense to the tame and the tired. You're not soft, you're not broken, you're not depressed, you're starving. Starving for meaning, for challenge, for adrenaline, for dominance, for victory. You don't need another motivational quote. You don't need another 10-step guide. You need a blueprint that matches what's already inside you. Because here's the truth. You can unleash the beast, but if you don't direct it, it becomes chaos. You'll burn energy, not build empires. You'll roar loud but go nowhere. The beast needs a code to follow, and that's why the Wealth Code was written. It's not another self-help book. It's not theory. It's not outdated. It's not made for the comfortable. It's a modern blueprint for people who are hungry, people who know they were made for more, people who feel the animal waking up and need a path to build power, wealth, legacy, and freedom. The Wealth Code by Charles Sparrow is now live on Amazon. The search might not show it yet. It's too new. But the link is in the bio. Tap it. Get the book. Don't ask me what to do next. If you felt something during this video, that's your instinct talking. Trust it. Feed it. $12.99. That's the cost of unlocking the blueprint that changes everything. For 5 days only, because you can't afford to. Stay asleep anymore. You're not just a name. You're not just a number. You're an animal. And it's time the world remembered.